Rubber baby buggy bumpers. What are the humans doing? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sasquatch Shills, where Sasquatch Shills, so you don't have to. I have the wrong video up because I'm terrible at this job. All right, that's the right video. How are we doing today, folks? We're doing pretty good. It was actually a pretty day outside today. It wasn't like 2 billion degrees like it has been. I swear to God, last week I could have smelt lead on my freaking sidewalk. Got there baking cookies in the sun. It was freaking hot. Growing mushrooms on my eyeballs. It was horrible. Humidity was terrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But according to the animal sign and the plant sign around, we're going to have a break in the heat here in the next week or two. We got spider lilies blooming. Can't be far from some goldenrod blooming. When that happens, we're headed towards the frost, folks. There's nothing we can do about it. All right. So I got the dulcet tones of Captain Curmudgeon from the battlements of Castle Curmudgeon with all of his cereal flavored friends.
It's a fool's errand trying to understand the present without studying the past and making one's best attempt to prognosticate the future. But one thing always holds true. Everybody who tries to predict the future fails at it. When fancy scientists try to predict the future with algorithms and computer models, they're no more likely to be correct than is the astrologer or the soothsayer or the palm reader or the witch doctor. All of them are presuming to make authoritative predictions about future events in the absence of observational data.
What is
Don't let the lab coat fool you. Don't let the framed diplomas on the wall fool you.
They know absolutely nothing more than the previous ages of experts. Well, they might be expert in their field. They're not expert about all fields. That's why I prefer generalists. What else are you going to do with them? All right, so we got a few people in chat. I'm going to go say hi to them for a second, and then we'll get back to where they at. They're over here. Yeah, that's where we keep them. So Stranger Than Usual gets the gold. Mama Gnome gets the silver. And Russell Sperry gets the bronze. Welcome, Ozymandias. Good to see you, brother. Cammed up caveman. Stranger Than Usual still here. That's cool. So we got a guest, y'all. We got this guy backstage. He's probably wondering what's going on. We're going to talk to him. We're going to try it this way. And then we're going to do this. And this is Eddie Gannon. And he's been doing YouTube for what, about 8 months? Give or take. And he's tried a little bit of everything on his channel. And only a couple of things have really caught any kind of traction at all. He's got this particular video here, which is a short, of course. It's the way it works on YouTube. You do a short, you get views.
That's the mama.
And it's a seagull, right? A couple of seagulls.
Yeah, almost clear.
It was actually a birthing process to.
One and a half.
Cool.
I was.
So tell me this: how many TikTok followers do you have?
I have almost 4,000.
Okay. How long have you been doing TikTok?
That would be longer. I would be gone like pretty much since last May of last year.
So it'd be like what, a year and a half, year and 3 months, something like that.
Thereabouts.
18 months. We'll call it 18 months.
Yeah.
And 8 or 9 months for. I've actually got your first video up, but we're not there yet. And what else do you do?
I do collectibles. Basically any little trinkets that I have, I mean, could be like highly collectible,
Right?
like that are highly collectible. Like I kind of give a kind of show and tell.
Something specific. I mean, do you collect like? I accidentally acquired a Darth Vader and Star Wars collection because I decided to collect Boba Fett figures. And Boba Fett back in the day was difficult to come across, but you could come across all sorts of Star Wars stuff, right?
Yeah,
So,
the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I would be like, I mean, I would have came across like a full kind of figure of Anakin Skywalker,
right.
and I have uh, a kind of a Funko Pop of um who was it, Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah. I've got
Yeah,
a couple of all right. Well, I was really big into the Legends material. So the most recent movies really didn't tickle my pickle all that great because they have
me
excellent
neither.
stories they can draw from and they just don't do it.
Yeah,
They don't do it because it belongs to somebody else and they'd have to pay for it. So instead they pay hack writers to write terrible movies to pretend as part of Star Wars. It's no better
yeah.
than fan fiction. You want to read a good Star Wars book or series, go check out the Thrawn trilogy. I
Tron,
believe the
Tron is
first trilogy is
amazing.
the second one's a fake. It's a fake Thrawn. Don't be sucked in by that. It's not even a great series. It's a
Yeah,
duology. But the Thrawn trilogy is excellent writing. I think it was written by Timothy Zahn. I may be wrong on that. It was either him or like Jake Luciano,
yeah.
like
It was
James Luciano, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't.
Timothy's on.
Timothy Zahn is excellent. I don't think I've ever
Amazing.
read anything he wrote that I just was like, that's trash. I mean, I've
Yeah,
enjoyed every single one of the books I've come across written by him. So,
yeah.
hello, Snark. Good to see you. You got Russell Sperry here. Ozymandias is still around. Um, all right. So you also play the guitar. You do a little singing. You on your TikToks, you seem to have more like general type of stuff. I don't even know how to quantify it. How would you quantify your TikToks? Are they different from your YouTube content?
Um, yeah. I mean, I try to kind of mix and match. Um, like keep it different.
Right. I guess
As
that's what we're all trying to do.
yeah.
Do something a little
So
different.
yeah. So I mean, like with YouTube, I kind of do like movie reviews, and because I mean I've been around. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies, and I'm sure like anyone else, but I would have,
Movie rentals.
yeah,
Yeah. So I've seen an absurd number of movies, absurd number of times.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big, suffice to say, I'm a big fan of like pop culture movies.
I tell you, that's what I need to do. I need to go out to Pops and go get all my movies and use that to build me a set behind me.
Yeah,
4,000 VHSs. That'd be a pretty good set, wouldn't it?
would you?
The freaking library of them. I don't even know how many, honestly. When the movie store shut down, they were for a while there. They were selling movies for a quarter a piece, VHSs. I had my final paycheck of a couple of $100, and I just gave it to them. Took the movies I wanted. So I have a first copy, a first version of the Last Starfighter. I have an undoctored version of The Empire Strikes Back, and oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on that one. Blue Harvest. What was it freaking called? The first Star Wars movie. Star Wars.
Yeah, New Hope.
A New Hope. That's the line I was looking for. All right, freaking brain fart over here. I want to kick myself. But yeah, that was one of the most rented movies in that store's history. Was Star Wars: A New Hope, and not the new George Lucas remasters. They were also available, but people didn't come in to get it. They came in and got that freaking 25-year-old VHS that had all the ripples around the edges of it. Okay. Yes, sir. That thing would be $10 if you're late, by the way. Every day that you're late. Dude, that shit was piracy. It was straight up road piracy. Yo ass lose a tape. Ooh, yo, don't do it. Don't do
Yeah,
it. Here's the thing. At $10 a day in a week and a half, you owe these people like 90, $100, $200, $400, and then it becomes small claims court. And the people I work for would take you to small claims court for a movie. Yes, they would. They'd want their $80 out of it. Yes, sir. Crazy as it sounds, I know that's nuts, but whatever. So you're making a trip to America soon, right?
Yeah, I'll be. Possibly. Maybe next month. Like I don't know as of yet, but like hopefully I'll be there pretty soon.
And how long? I mean, is there a particular reason coming to do shows or just visiting folks or?
I'll be visiting friends of mine.
That's cool as hell. Let me tell you something about them old Tennessee boys. They're gonna try to get you to drink this clear liquor they call White Lightning. I strongly advise for you to not. Just don't go down that road, brother. Don't do that to yourself. That stuff's good for two things: degreasing engine blocks and killing brain cells. Just saying, man. They're gonna. It might even have an apple or a peach in it. Don't be fooled. That does not change how octane. It is dangerous, and you will wake up alone in a cornfield.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not no different than poaching. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll talk after you meet some Tennessee boys that get you liquored up, leave you in a cornfield. Then we'll see exactly where we stand. That way, we've got some good experience on both sides of the table, right?
If it's 100% alcohol, or even more so, then
you know why alcohol was invented, right? Clearly, it was to keep the Irish from taking over the world. Nothing at all. Oh well. So, what's the top three things you want to do?
I'm gonna take a stab at the dark. I think we have.
Yeah, you think that might have done it? Yeah, okay.
No,
how many?
I gotta
So what do you want to do when you get to America? What's the top three things?
Well, obviously visit the sites and maybe find love. You never
That
know.
would be cool, but that could happen anytime.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
I had an uncle. He met both of his wives in like full on multi-car high impact, like high speed impact accidents, like vehicles strode all across the interstate. We got to get this woman to the hospital type stuff, and married both of them. Life is weird, man.
Yeah.
Life is weird. But just don't give up on that end of it. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. And I like fat ladies. I just try to keep them from singing. You know how you do that?
Or fat blow.
You cook them some waffles and they don't sing so much. They're too busy eating the waffles.
Yeah.
Problem chicken too. Wouldn't hurt. You're going to the land of fried chicken. You won't be too far from it. My one of my favorite trips to Tennessee. We come back through Gatlinburg, and there's this. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the place. There's this little restaurant just outside of Gatlinburg. Kind of looks like an old 1950s diner, like somebody had just plucked it out of 1952. Slammed it down over here in the mountains somewhere for no explicable reason. Looks like there should be a drive-in behind it, right? Really hardcore. Looks like there should be a drive-in right there. And we stopped and got some milkshakes and a couple of burgers, and it was one of the greatest little tourist dives I ever stumbled into. The music was perfect. There was a bunch of doo-wop music from the 50s. There was still like the little bubble strips around the edge of all the it was really cool. Had a straight up 1950s Wurlitzer sitting in the corner playing music, skipping and everything with all the snaps and the pops. It was really cool.
Awesome.
There was a full soda jerk counter like you'd find at at an amusement, like at an amusement park nowadays, or a museum or something like that. But it was like the full 37 flavor layout or whatever they used. There's a bunch of stuff going on back there. They had burgers and they had these moonshine pickles, and you could just straight up order a moonshine pickle. And there were a couple of guys down at the end of the bar that had 2 or 3 of them stacked up and had built a little log house out of toothpicks. They were just sitting around eating moonshine pickles. And I mean, okay, I can see that being an afternoon. I'd prefer to go with cherries and watermelon, but whatever blows your skirt up, I'm fine with it. You gonna check out a shooting range while you're over here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not open minded, so I can like
Oh, well,
explore
they're everywhere, dude.
things anyway. So
Tennessee, you don't necessarily have to have a shooting range. You can just go like outside of city limits and just let off a few rounds in whatever freaking direction you want. Welcome to America, bud. That's how that works. I know it sounds completely unsafe, but when you get out there, you'll realize there's no one out there. There's no one out there, dude. There might be some people somewhere in the hemisphere. There's no one out there. I mean, it's not crowded. It's not going to be like you think.
yeah,
When you look off into the vast blue yonder and you don't see a house, you'll start getting the idea that, wait a second, I don't think they're giving us the straight dope on this whole population thing. There might be some decimals missing somewhere or something. I'm not sure. The math just don't play out, man. We can all fit in Texas.
where's the Grand Ole Opry?
Nashville, I do believe, or if they still do it. I think they do a secondary fake of it now. I don't think the Opry is really a thing anymore. I mean, the old Opry House was a thing because it was the old Opry House. When they rebuilt it, I don't think it quite holds the same connotations it once held. I think it's more of a venue now than an actual show.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't looked at that in like years.
I know. I know the CMAs is hosted there. I don't know whether it's still there.
Well, I mean, the Grand Ole Opry used to be an institution of country music. You couldn't get away from country from the Grand Ole Opry if you interviewed anyone in country music for about 25 years. They probably got part of their start on the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it was, man. I mean, I remember as a little kid, when I was a little kid, we still had our little black and white TV. Grand Ole Opry was one of the very few things that came on at a time every week when I would be able to stay up and watch it. And there wasn't really nothing to watch. It was only about yay big. Looked like a postage stamp. Time. What do you do with the time, man? Where does that go?
It's actually a dream of mine to play the Grand Ole Opry.
Go for it, dude. Dreams are there to achieve.
Yeah.
How much you can achieve in a given field is directly proportional to how much effort you're willing to put into it. This show didn't just pop up overnight. I didn't fall backwards into accidentally producing something like this. When I started, I had an image in my head of what I wanted to go for, and I failed so many different ways that I managed to do it once. And here we are. And now I give people platform to speak however the hell they wish, for the most part. You know, forgive me, Susan, for I've sinned. I spoke the truth once. Let's see. My computer keeps trying to go to sleep over here, and that's not healthy for it. I'm Zaxxon. I'm Zaxxon. I'm Zaxxon. I am Zaxxon. That's pretty good. Yeah, it was exposure to the stars before internet bypassed it. That's true. John Denicola, good to see you, brother. These buttons aren't working like they're supposed to. I've got a weird. Everything on my computer has been glitchy ever since that last OBS update. I go to touching stuff over here on the StreamYards bit, and it twitches out my OBS over there. You can see it on my screen over here, where it kind of jiggles.
Yeah.
That when that happens, my computer goes completely black and then comes back into focus. And on the screen over here, it just jiggles a little bit. It's really weird. I'm literally waiting for it to crash out like any second now. So we're doing good. The very first video, ain't it?
Yeah.
and that's some of your TikToks. So I'm gonna play this in the background, but first I have a thing. Have you ever seen the thing that I do? This thing that I do over here? Assuming I can find it. This thing here.
You know about cars? Yes, I'm a paleontologist.
Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag, too. I am a paleontologist.
I'm a paleontologist.
Paleontologists study really old stuff.
Like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
Aren't they? I love bad movies. They're the best.
That's cool.
You like that? All right. So basically, all this is you did like an introduction video, your very first upload. You basically pop in and for about 5 minutes, just explain what you plan to do with the channel. Some of the stuff actually takes place, some of it doesn't. This is basically just a shock value part of the show where most people forget that they actually have a first upload.
Yeah.
So this is what, like 9 months ago, 10 months ago?
Yeah.
It doesn't say. I hate the reduced size here because it doesn't give me the date for whatever reason. Well, you got another like on it. Congratulations. And that's how YouTube is done, folks. See, I got these other things over here that I forgot to do. I was supposed to do this during the intro. And so I'll do it right now because why not, right? See, there's this whole share button. You can like share it. And if you do that thing, then the thing happens, then other people show up and they can share it. And it totally breaks down the YouTube concept. And then I got this thing that was supposed to be happening during the intro. I haven't figured out how to make those triggers trigger properly. One day we'll figure it out though. This is my particular favorite because I personally am high yield mediocre and aggressively average. And then more shareable shares with sharing. That's the way we do it. How do I hide that? Make that go away. Okay. That is a very nice guitar, my friend.
Yeah.
That is pretty. It is beautiful.
That is a Fender orchestral.
That's lovely. And what do you play on this video in particular? I'm terrible at music, man. I couldn't name a tune in a bucket if you named it for me.
I can't really remember. I think it was my original song, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a bit.
Do it. So what, huh? Who? You said something. I'm trying to figure out what you said.
Yeah, I can't really remember what it was because it was a long time ago.
I listened to it. It's neat.
Oh yeah.
So like the one thing about the way I have all of my sound set up is it's not going to do you any favors. As far as singing and playing guitar, it's really hard to make that sound to make it sound correct when it's being replayed through, re-uploaded, and replayed through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Every one of those layers creates a static field, and it gets really bad after about the third phase through programs. I used to play my intro tune from a YouTube video for each view to go to where the intro tune came from, right? Because that was part of the agreement, kind of. And eventually I had to break down and actually upload it to my computer as an individual sound file so that I could link it to the video that I wanted it to play, and it actually worked. Because I got sick and tired of sitting there and watching that load screen pop up in the middle of an intro. That's no good. You can't do business like that. Hey, Bernie, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. I believe it's Kentucky. How far away from Kentucky are you going to be in Tennessee? Shouldn't be too terrible far. I don't think any part of Tennessee is very far from Kentucky. I may have to go look at that on the map again. My southern dialect is getting the better of me. Um, in Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, you can go to most any gun range and shoot a fully automatic weapon for like $25 in an afternoon, and for however much ammo you use, it might be $2 or $3 a round in some cases. But yeah, no, you can go shoot tanks. They've got whole freaking yards full of like straight up field guns. No joke, no exaggeration. When I went up there, I was like I was 12 or 13, and we stayed in this cabin. It was on the side of this mountain, and it rained the second day we were there, and there was this freaking creek that ran along behind the cabin. Only when it was raining like that, it didn't run behind the cabin. It rained down on the back wall of the cabin. Like all night sounded like a jet engine was just running in the room behind us, but it was just the water running on the back of the house, like literally curling over and running off into the gorge right there. Just don't open the door. The whole world would get flooded. There's the only thing between us and that water was a sliding glass door. Absolutely madness. Just laying over there, just waiting patiently for a pine tree to come off the freaking mountainside and land in your living room. Raining 3 freaking days. That was a terrible trip. Okay, so you're coming over. You're gonna visit some friends. You have to hit a shooting range, man. I'm not joking. Whether you just find some good old boys to take you out or whatever, however you do it, just be safe. Remember, think about a firearm as if it has a laser sticking out the end of the barrel, and just don't put that laser on anything you don't want to absolutely destroy. You'll be fine. Think about it like a laser. If you touch something, it dies. Don't do it. Just never let that be a problem, and it won't be an issue. That's basically the secret of firearm safety. Because that way, if you function that way, even if you get sloppy with your trigger discipline, and no one should ever, never, ever get sloppy with trigger discipline. You don't touch the trigger till you want to actually destroy something.
Yeah, look
You know,
what happened to Alec Baldwin.
now that's still a debatable point. It may well be that Alec Baldwin is to blame in that situation. It may also be that his tech group is actually to blame in that situation.
Yeah.
I'm personally waiting for the verdict to come in.
He was
You
blamed.
should. It is an individual in possession of a firearm's responsibility to check the firearm, whether it's loaded, not loaded. The most dangerous thing in the world is an unloaded firearm. The one that you think that you are absolutely positive is unloaded. Those are the ones that get you. If you know it's loaded, you'll be careful. If you think it's unloaded, you will think it's unloaded. And so
Yeah.
never, ever think it's unloaded. I have a rule, personal rule that I've instituted myself because I had a misfire once. Anytime I'm transferring possession of a firearm from myself to another person, I clear the chamber and check that it's clear. I then show the individual that I'm clearing the chamber and that it's clear. And then I show a random person standing around that, hey, look, the chamber's clear 3 times. In every case, anytime I'm putting a gun down, picking a gun up, or handing it to someone else, I clear it 3 times. I do not hand a loaded gun to anyone ever under any circumstance,
Yeah.
ever. Just ever. But I also believe that more gun control means you use in both hands. So, you know, there's that. I got a little bit of a disappointing bit for possibly for some of the folks in chat. There's not going to be a after dark on this episode, mainly because I have a premiere popping up literally in the freaking shadow of this thing that I didn't realize was happening. So we've got a premiere to drop into as soon as this is over, and I believe it is possibly Ernie Hatmaker. Which one? I don't know which one it is. It doesn't show me while I'm live. I can't just go look at it. But anyway, I'm premiering somebody somewhere at some point in time immediately after I get done here. Shill complete. Right? Isn't that how it's done? I suppose that's how it's done. That's how I'm doing it. I think it's Ernie Hatmaker. I'm not sure. It's one of them. I know it's one of the bad ones that has horrible, 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 horrible sound. So there's not much I can do about it. Now, that's on the 12th. This is the 10th. I may actually not have a I don't know. We'll see. Thought I had a premiere today. I guess not. So maybe there will be an After Dark. Who knows? It's all willy nilly around here. I think I do better with the Red Bull. Coffee's not getting it, man. I mean, after all, I think they hide the dope in the Red Bull myself.
It doesn't give you wings, by the way.
What type of drinks do you like in particular?
Well, I'd be partial to the Heine.
I can't drink beer, dude. I can't burp. I don't burp properly. So if I drink like very much beer at all, I end up like being that guy in the back of the room just standing there going, it's because I'm over there going, burp. What's up, Mr.
Oofa.
Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Dude, you need to go check out Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. They go on these adventures through Tennessee themselves, Tennessee and Kentucky and whatnot. They got a whole series they're doing right now, all through Gatlinburg and various places in the mountain heartland over there. It's kind of cool stuff. It's that lifestyle travel vlog stuff. You know how it goes. You know how it is. But I mean, it's the Vanilla Gorilla, man. Come on. It's like a meeting of the powers. Caucasian Sasquatch and the Vanilla Gorilla. If we can find the snow monkey, it'll be on. We'll have the whole trifecta. Red Bull Cola, 2008. Oh, yeah. Some of that hardcore stuff there, buddy. That's the way it goes. All right, I got one more video over here. Let's see. What's this one? That's that one. That can go away. That one. Oh, yeah, your TikTok stuff. Uh-oh. No, that worked. We're good.
Sunshine, go up and play today. I don't feel much like dancing.
And there's my copyright claim for the evening, folks. Thank you. God love you, evening. No, we're good. I don't really care. It is funny to me, though, how little of a song you can play that will land you a copyright claim, but you can play 25 minutes of a movie and they'll be like, we think you might be doing something wrong. It seems weird to me. But 15 seconds of a song, it's on like Donkey Kong. But you can play a movie for 20 minutes on a live stream before they take it down. I know that one from direct experience.
Yeah.
Yep. I have no idea how Rita's Juicy Life pulls it off. She does these premieres where she plays old movies. And it's not, I mean, it is all old movies, but it's not. These movies are well within copyright, and I guess she can't monetize them. They're probably copyright claimed, but not blocked, is what I'm thinking. And she does it just to kind of have a place to go talk about movies with people. Although, admittedly, her reliance on the term juicy is a little moist. So if you have any juicy puns, go over there and lay them on her. I'm sure she's heard them before, but at least it's funny. Right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool background. I'm digging it. We're not going to do that thing.
Yeah, it's just a a normal green screen from TikTok.
Yeah. I haven't really. All right. So every time I've tried to tinker with my little background thing like that, whatever device it is I'm using starts chugging along like an old steam engine. I mean, my phone, if I use the background editor thing, it gets hot, like physically hot while I'm using it. I've tried using it on videos after the fact, but I just don't think I've quite figured out how this phone works yet because it doesn't want to do what I want it to do, and everybody else is like, "Yeah, I use my phone." You have a better phone than me, probably. That is smart. I don't know, man. I swear I had a premiere scheduled today, but I don't guess I do. All right, I guess that's the problem with having so much stuff scheduled so closely together. I mean, I'm doing shorts, freaking community tab shares and posts and stuff like that. I'm interviewing folks like every other day or so, and then I have a whole backlog of episodes I have to upload, and I missed one. Hmm. Oh well. I don't know what else to do with it, man. I mean, it's the best thing we can do is just keep trying, right? Tell me
Yeah.
something. You started learning to play the guitar. Did you know how to play the guitar?
No, I mean, I had to be taught.
Right. And when you first started playing, was it easy to do?
Yeah, I mean, I had a passion for it.
Exactly. That's what
I
I'm
had
getting.
the commitment for it, and like I mean, before I knew it, I was playing three chords and a few
Yeah.
songs.
That's exactly what it takes is the determination to play through all of the pain that it's going to bring on you to learn to play it. I tried to play the saxophone. And as much as I love music and I did have a little bit of ad lib or improv talent, I could never quite get my fingers to work between looking at the notes and have them actually play, right? My right hand was fine, my left hand was sluggish. There's nothing I could do about it. No matter how hard I tried, my left hand would not keep up with my right hand. It wasn't until I was 25 that I learned I have nerve damage in my left hand, which explains everything. It's like, okay, so you can't play an instrument. I can play a tambourine. That's about it. One maraca.
From one tappa tappa to the next tappa tappa.
That's right. Maybe a cowbell, a triangle, perhaps, if I don't have to hold it with my left hand. We need more cowbell, obviously. No, I don't know if bandages would really help in learning the guitar. I would advise some super glue. You start off by playing until your fingers split, and then you super glue them back together and play some more. That a very skilled guitarist told me that. He said, and for the rest of your life, you'll be walking around splitting your fingers open on strange things. Reach out and grab a doorknob, just pop open like a grape. On the flip side, these people have a grip that would bend steel. Something about doing this all the time just turns these into freaking chords, man. Like these little forearm muscles right there, they get tight, hard, you know, like a late night stripper. But
It's like how do you show
sorry.
a non guitarist like how do you impress a non guitarist? You play flamenco music.
Motherfucker said he used to play the guitar by ear, but now he uses his hands. I'm so stupid. That shouldn't be that funny, but it tickles me. All right, I got
Did
one
you
last.
know I can not only play the guitar but I can tune the fish as well.
You can tune the fishes up.
Tune a fish.
Sorry, I think I missed it. I'm sure there's a joke there. It's probably cultural. It's probably my fault. It's
Yeah.
almost always my fault. I accept the
But yeah,
responsibility.
so you know the way you can tune a guitar?
Yes, tuna fish, tuna tuna fish. Okay, right. No,
Yeah.
the accent threw me. I didn't get it. I'm a terrible person. Oh, there's something wrong with me.
Just a little guitar humor.
I learned the alto saxophone. I played a little bit of the clarinet, some flute. Um, I spent a couple of months playing trumpet, which actually I was pretty good at, although I didn't enjoy it because it made my lips tickle. I just didn't like that. It was autism or something. I couldn't stand it. The whole idea of going for 30 minutes, fuck that.
You know, what's a great saxophone tune? It was it's a song called Baker Street.
Hum a few bars,
Uh,
maybe I can take it. I'm totally
and
joking. Baker Street.
yeah,
Is it by a particular band or Yanni? I mean, who
uh,
did it?
Jerry Rafferty.
Jerry Rafferty?
Yeah,
That name sounds familiar to me.
yeah, he done Jokers to the Left.
I've got a small fire burning in my ashtray next to me. Apparently, it's been burning since the beginning of the show. I'm going to put it out now. Yeah, okay. Is everything safe? Safe. It's good. We're good. It's safe. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, brother. You told me. See, what you don't know is like pre-show, I was saying Thomas Veteran, Thomas Veteran, Thomas Veteran. He showed up like the fucking Candyman. If y'all haven't seen that guy, he does cover tunes on his channel, and he has got one of the deepest baritone voices I've ever heard. I want him to narrate my life. I mean, I would like for him to walk around with like a black suit behind me and a pair of dark glasses and just do Morpheus lines from the Matrix. Like, no joke. I want to give him a hook and a trench coat and put him out next to my street to keep the crime rate down. No, seriously, dude. Hold up. I wasn't gonna do this, but he showed up because he's stalking me. See, I started off by stalking him, but let's do this. If you haven't seen this guy, he's an absolute a total person. Kind of like people were saying about people. Yeah, he's terrifying too. No. Wait, no. Did I misspell it? I bet I misspelled it. No, I didn't. It's just doing that thing where it doesn't find certain channels. Like you can straight up put the right name in and it'll give you every other channel known to man until you find the right one. Now my man's got 84 subscribers right now. We're trying to push him up to 100 just on the general principle. Eddie Gannon's hanging around 70. What have you got? You got like 72, 79, 78. Yeah, you had 78 when I subbed. This guy, I'm talking, dude could be Candyman. Look at him. But here's the thing. Listen to this voice.
Like a homie. Sure. I like to keep stepping, but I can't go drinking. I start.
And you know good and well, every single one of those is copyright claim. Right? But I mean, the man doesn't do it for anything except the love of music, you know? And you got to respect that if nothing else. It's not like I doubt he expects to open for like Weekend at the Apollo anytime soon, you know? But he's having fun. Look at him. He's having a blast. I was with him on a panel the other day. The man he's charming as hell in person. Like you kind of don't see it coming until he shows up and he starts talking to you real soft in that deep gravelly voice, and it's terrifying, and at the same time you're a little excited because you're scared because I've seen this guy on horror movies my whole life and it's not even really him. I bet he's the sweetest guy you ever met. 6'9". Oh dude, ooh.
Put down those dice for a second, Lord. Listen to this homie.
I mean, right? He reaches down in the depths, brother. Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. I do this as a type of like therapeutic release. I really dig talking to different people, whatever it is that they want to do. Seem to have an ability to be mildly entertaining while doing it. English, right?
I think probably the deepest voice that I've heard of it was I don't know whether you're familiar with the song All Man River.
Oh yeah. No, if you're
Yeah.
gonna if you've got the right voice, the right baritone, you can really throw one of them down good. I
Yeah.
always liked Oh Death for a good baritone song. Oh Death is about the best.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with that one, go check it out.
I'm familiar. It's
It's a good one for baritones.
it's oh brother, we're out there. Like
But look at him; he has tons of fun doing his thing. I dig it. Like a lot of people don't understand why I like these types of channels. Um, and it's exactly for that reason that he's not doing it for anybody else. He's doing it for himself, and he's
yeah.
enjoying himself. And I got nothing against that, right? I mean, that's
I'm not
beautiful.
personal.
Oh yeah, brother. Um, I got another buddy of mine who does kind of a similar thing, but he doesn't upload it. There's nowhere you can go watch it because he does this and then just saves it to his computer. And I'm like, dude, just upload it. I mean, what's the worst that happens? Somebody say they don't like it. I mean, given a choice between this and going to hear Tom Petty, I'd go hear Tom Petty. But I mean, I'm sitting in my room having a good time, watching some friends have some fun is the way I see it. Like go check out Vanilla Gorillas, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Blah. They're having so much fun on that trip, it makes you want to go yourself. That's the kind of thing I dig in a channel.
Yeah.
Is when someone's really enjoying what they're doing and they're trying to just film the thing they're doing, but in the process they film themselves having an absolute blast, right? And that's really interesting to me. So always when you're doing your content, anytime you're doing it, make sure it's something you truly enjoy. If you do that, the rest
You
of it
know,
takes care of itself.
you know what I'd love to do like the like that Texas trip like for what happened like back in the 60s.
Which one? Wait, what? Where? Why?
JFK, like the JFK
Oh
run.
yeah. Okay. What about it?
That would be like kill us out, to do it, like to do that one. Like see who like see
I'm
where everything
I've
was.
decided that involves time travel and can't be answered. Because there's
I
something
believe
super secret
recently
about
that
that whole thing.
has been answered. Like it was a FBI agent
It's
or
been answered a dozen times. Yeah, I mean, there's been all sorts of conclusions come to. Uh, I don't know if any one of those conclusions have been agreed upon by everyone.
yeah.
Just don't buy it. I mean, I know some hardcore, like real hardcore type conspiracy theory folks they're just not going to listen to anything anyone ever says about any of it. They're convinced that the reptilian underworld came up and took out Oswald.
Yeah.
Oswald killed Kennedy, but Oswald was really the target. Welcome to the show, Swiss Smith. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I know it's hard to keep up. I ain't got no schedule no more. I'm just doing it when the guest wants to do it. And it's scheduling becomes an issue when it's like that. So we just do what we do. We do it as well as we can. What do we got? We have 13 votes. And so far, pardon me while I whip this out, is winning. The question is, should we unscrew the inscrutable? Uh-oh. Here we go. Fixing to go on a ride, folks. That's the way it works right there. and it'll play for like another 6 seconds, and then it'll glitch out again. I have no idea what it's doing that for. Oh well. Believe in certain conspiracies, but they better have ample amounts of proof. I am more intrigued by the conspiracies that don't necessarily have concrete proof, but have a distinct lack of disproof that should exist. Things like certain aspects involving the Vatican that I shall not go too far in naming. Um, Other points about, like, for instance, and this is one that's been bothering me for a while. We have recently discovered footprints in, I think, California or maybe New Mexico that are 40,000, 30,000 years old, verified. They're absolutely, definitely human, and they're definitely 40,000 years old in North America. Indisputable. That is now a fact. Humans were in North America 40,000 years ago. Get the fuck over it. Time's up. Can't believe the old stuff anymore. Get with the science, right? Okay. Then there's something called the Suri Mastodon Find. Mastodon Find. In this case, it appears that a mastodon was completely dismembered and the marrow taken from its bone in a location in Eastern California 130,000 years ago. This one's not, this one is incontrovertibly dated to 130,000 years ago, but not necessarily conclusively human. Because here's the issue. Not only is that so far back, but also the actual layout of the stones are simply indicative of human behavior. It's more likely 130,000 years ago that it was an early hominid that made it to North America and then was isolated. So the question comes up then, are they still here? Is that what people are seeing out in the woods, or relic populations of an early hominid that escaped into North America before the extinction of hominids in Africa and Europe and Asia? Denisovans or some distant relative thereof? I don't know. It's an intriguing thought. One thing that's for sure, if the mastodon site is of, hominid / human origin, it is almost definitely not human, not as in Homo sapiens. Because as I understand it, it predates the accepted out of Africa theory by a good 10, 20,000 years. And that's in Southern California. So, like, not only had they come across the Barren Land Bridge or whatever it was they did, they had been here for a while. Which brings suddenly another site in South America. I can remember the Atacama site, I think it's called, that was dated to like 62,000 years ago or something like that. That has always been just assumed to be a misdating, right? Everyone's always assumed that this site was misdated by the original archaeologists, but they also were very reputable archaeologists until they dated this site. So were they right? 60,000 years isn't so long ago compared to 130,000 years ago. I don't know, man. What do you think?
Seems plausible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why a primate, primitive hominid species wouldn't hop the pond at the first possible opportunity. I'm a firm believer that they've been on water that we have been on water since we figured out stick floats. Splash, stick floats. Hey, I got an idea. Get a bunch of sticks. We're going somewhere. Right? I mean, that's not a huge leap. These are creatures that were already managing fire.
And before you know it, it's turned into a raft.
Right, exactly. I mean, whether it was just a big dugout log or if it was a raft, either way, the premise is still the same. Stick floats. It's not that huge a jump. I appreciate you coming by, brother. You managed to do a show tonight. I'm impressed. Um, Usually what happens is everything spurts the fuck out and I have to crash the joint and then restart everything. But it didn't happen. It's just been sitting here like glitching like a heartbeat. It's been weird. I appreciate you coming by and doing the show. It's been real
No,
cool.
it's all good.
Hey, TL, welcome to the show. Do you have anything you want to tell everybody?
Well, I'm gonna start a little horror theme. Like there's a creepy place that I'm gonna be doing next month. Like just for a Halloween special.
Right. I know. I tell you what I want you to do. I want you to sit down with your git fiddle and anything else you play and do some creepy tunes. Go digging through some of the old Irish tunes and find some real creepy stuff to just pluck out. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I might even use it for an intro. I'm bad about stuff like that. You have fun? Was it good? Was it as good for you as it was for me?
It was.
I'm sorry. There's something wrong with me, man. I tend to be slightly offensive, especially in the after show. But I'm gonna set you backstage, give me a little talk out, play my little music, and then I'll bring you back up in just a minute. And I'll drop the link in chat, and we can have us a real talk that's not based around the show or anything. All right. I'll see you in about 2 minutes, brother.
Okay.
Say bye. Bye. There you go. That's gonna be a great edit. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let me line this up with the proper invite clicky. Do that. I'm gonna do it over here too. Bam, bam. Paste. Launch. Skadoosh. Place pin message. And let's bring this in poll. Where are we at? We have 64%. Pardon me while I whip this out. By definition is impossible is 21%, and the assumption is hubris is 14%. I suspect some people don't know what hubris means and went with the Blazing Saddles quote. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh, wrong end. Thank you for coming by to Sasquatch Shills. We love each and every one of you like a brother and a sister, and you know how it usually goes. Well, we're not leaving, dude. I'm gonna drop the link. I've already dropped it actually, and it's already pinned. So if y'all wanted to jump backstage, you can. If you want to go do something else, you can also go do that. That is also acceptable. But anyway, I'm gonna push this button over here and do the little play out on it. That's my plan. Let me unpaleontology it first, and then do the.
Hey, she was a cutie in a sundress. I told her I just had to confess. I got a crush on you, darling. Them long tan legs got me falling.
A few moments later.